Whoa! You haven't seen me, right? This video never happened. Now, it's just me in the woods. Can't let anybody else see this. Now, I'm quite well known for my love of the lavvus. You all know that. I love my lavvus. I'm a admin of the main Facebook group, Lavvu Owners Worldwide. I've been helping admin that for a few years, and I love my lavvus, whether that's a full pitch or a half lavvu. However, shh, I didn't say this. I have got other tents. I do go camping. I do go off to far-flung places, and a lavvu isn't always the tent to take. So, oh my God, shock horror. I'm going to do a tent review and something else. So this is the OEX Phoxx Ev1 tent. This is a small, reasonably lightweight, one-person backpacking tent. Now, I'm going to tell you, I got robbed buying this. That's right, I got robbed. Whoa, I hear you say, how did you get robbed? Last year, shock horror, Go Outdoors is going bankrupt. I was like, oh my God, I need to go and buy kit. Rush down to Go Outdoors, buy a load of stuff. It's a restructuring. It was a big sales ploy. I brought loads of stuff, including this tent and other things, but that's okay. We all like a bit of kit. Still available at the price that I brought it, 35 quid. This has a reasonably low hydrostatic head rating, but don't let that put you off because of the coating that it has. It's all right. 3,000 for the outer and 5,000 for the actual ground sheet. So whilst that's reasonably low in terms of some of the real big money tents that are out there, it doesn't matter. This is a relatively lightweight, 1.58 kilos. Not too bad. Comes in this stuff sack. You could actually get this much smaller with a proper compression sack. So without further ado, I'm going to pitch it. Where are we going to go? There. So apparently this is one of them magic tents where you clap your hands and you do your magic incantation and it basically puts itself up. Let's have a try that. Are you ready? Tentus erectus. What I've just basically done is just laid it out, and I've loosely put the tent pegs in at both ends, and I've assembled the first pole. Okay, what the instructions don't show you when you first put it up is that when you connect the poles up, there are eyelet holes for these to go into each end, and then these little clips click on. And when you first put it together, you think, blimey, that's more like a bivvy because it sits really low. What it doesn't actually tell you to do is to run it through this green little ridge bit at the top, at the leg end and at the head end. So I'm just going to go and do the head end. Hang on, raise you up, bring you in a little bit closer, and let's go and do that. So make sure it goes through the head loop. Find the eyelet, pop that in, come around the other side, eyelet in, click on the loop holders, and then I'm just going to redo the tension on the pegs. I'm behind the camera now, but let's just get that shape just right. Because the ground is solid. We need rain. We need some rain. That'll do. That is the main structure. I'm going to take some pics of this, come back in, do the outer, run through it, job done, Bob's your uncle, catch you in a bit. Brilliant, you're not going to believe it. I can sense it, I can almost feel it, it's going to rain. Bloody typical. Listen, so you've got this first bit set up, you've roughly taken the two ends and out, got a bit of tension of it. Then the instructions will tell you to put the outer over and to start pegging it down. Whoa, stop, don't do that, stop, 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 don't do that. Right, what you need to do is before you start pegging it down, there are tie ends. So we're just gonna shoelace knot them to the top of the foot end. And then the top of the head end. Do that before you start doing the guidelines and doing the rest of the pegging. It'll save you a lot of faffing, because once you got it all taut, you can't go underneath and do those. Lesson learned, found that out by watching another vid. Do it, make sure you do it. Right, I'm going to get this tensioned out, taut lined, pegged out, kaboom, back in the mow. There you go, all pegged out. Not bad, not bad. Got a little vent part there at the end, a little bit of air. Got the zip there, which we'll come to in a minute, and down at the other end you got one there that can either lay flat or it pops out and then velcros on. He says trying to do it one-handed, looking at the camera. There you go, gives you a little bit of head ventilation as well. Pop her down. This does have a silicone sort of proofing as such and that on it. You know, a 3000 hydrostatic head for waterproofness. Yeah, you know, I've said it's not massive, but if you're under canopy, it does all right. Roll this up. Bear with me. Get my back side. Just going to roll up this side. toggle to run through there, and I'm just going to pop that up there. So there's like a little toggle attachment line here that goes into a loop, again, that holds up the inner a bit more. Run it through the toggle line, tension it, that holds you up. Now obviously what you can do is, if you want it as a bit of a storm flap, run that out, run another guy line over. Let's get in, let's have a look. Bring it back in, hang on, hang on. Do you know what? It's a little tent. It's almost like a glorified bivvy. It's a lightweight backpacking tent. You don't need loads of room. I'm 5'10". Yeah, I've got my boots on, but I can lay down comfortably in this, and there's still a good 18 inches worth of headroom. You've got room there for your pack. When that's down, when he flies down, the whole of your pack would be covered. Do you know what? For 35 quid and 1.5 kilos, it's not a bad bloody tent. There is one little pocket on this side. There is one little loop for your head torch or tent at night. You know, your head torch or your little tent light to hook up to. See this opening here? There's one on the other side, and I suppose, well, generally the outer fly can only go one way. But the reason there's one on the other side is if you're just using the inner on the driest of nights and you don't want the outer, you can decide which way you're getting in and out of. 35 quid, the OEX Phoxx Ev1, 35 quid well spent, not bad. Others have done reviews on this. This is my take on it. You got 35 spondoolies, get yourself this. Not bad, not bad, lad. If you pay attention to them couple of little bits where I pointed out first, to run it through the green loop at the top of the inner and the tie backs on this, excuse the pun, you'll have this erected in minutes. Thanks for tuning in. Catch you later. You never saw this. This video will self-destruct in 10 seconds. You didn't see me. People might see me. Gotta go.